Today is another day to be lift up your mood. If you don't become the ocean, you will be seasick every day. Leonard Cohen. In the book Social Intelligence by Daniel Goleman, he says, our memories are in part reconstructions. Whenever we retrieve a memory, the brain rewires it a bit, updating the past according to our present concerns and understanding. At the cellular level, Joseph E. Ledoux, an American neuroscientist, explains retrieving a memory means it will be reconsolidated, slightly altered chemically by a new protein synthesis that will help store it anew after being updated. Thus, each time we bring a memory to mind, we adjust its very chemistry. The next we retrieve it, that memory will come up as we last modified it. Because bad memories can be intrusive, repeatedly popping into the mind, unbiding, that is, without having been commanded or invited, and because simply recalling a conflict can trigger the biological shifts that accompanied it, the tendency to mull over, think about one's struggles takes a physical toll. In an elegant series of studies, psychologist Janice Kerkholt Glaser and her husband, immunologist Ronald Glaser, led an interdisciplinary research group at Ohio State University, where they showed that the effects of continual stress reaches all the way down to the level of gene expression in the immune cells essential for fighting infections and healing wounds. An analogy to help buttress this vantage point from my perspective is gotten from the book The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. Imagine the following scenario. A young American must spend a year studying in Paris. He is somewhat timid and cautious, prone to feelings of depression and low self-esteem, but is genuinely excited by this opportunity. Once there, he finds it hard to speak the language, and the mistakes he makes and the slightly derisory attitude of the Parisians make it even harder for him to learn. He finds the people not friendly at all. The weather is damp and gloomy. The food is too rich. Even Notre Dame Cathedral seems disappointing. The area around it is so crowded with tourists. Although he has pleasurable moments, he generally rather feels alienated and unhappy. He concludes that Paris is overrated and a rather unpleasant place. Now imagine the same scenario, but with a young woman who is more extroverted and has an adventurous spirit. She's not bothered by making mistakes in French, nor by the occasional smirk remark from a Parisian. That was snide remark, rather. Not by the occasional snide remark from a Parisian. She finds learning the language a pleasant challenge. Others find her spirit engaging. She makes friends more easily, and with more contact, her knowledge of French improves. She finds the weather romantic and quite suitable to the place. To her, the city represents endless adventures, and she finds it enchanting. In this case, two people see and judge the same city in opposite ways. As a matter of objective reality, the weather of Paris has no positive or negative qualities. Clouds simply pass by. The friendliness or unfriendliness of the Parisians is a subjective judgment. It depends on whom you meet and how they compare with the people where you come from. Notre Dame Cathedral is merely an agglomeration of carved pieces of stone. The world simply exists as it is. Things or events are not good or bad, right or wrong, ugly or beautiful. It is we, with our particular perspectives, who add color to or subtract it from things and people. We focus on either the beautiful critique architecture or the annoying tourist. We, with our mindset, can make people respond to us in a friendly or unfriendly manner, depending on our anxiety or openness. We shape much of the reality that we perceive, dictated by our moods and emotions. Each of us sees the world through a particular lens that colors and shapes our perceptions. Let us call this lens our attitude. The great Swiss psychologist Carl Jung defined this in the following way. Attitude is a readiness of the psyche to act or react in a certain way. To have an attitude means to be ready for something definite, even though this something is unconscious. For having an attitude is synonymous with a priori orientation to a definite thing. All what this analogy means is making deductions of your reality solely based on past occurrences of your interaction with your mind rather than from observation or experience of what is happening presently. It's not a healthy attitude of expression. Going back to the book Social Intelligence by Daniel Goleman, he says, as we alter our perceptions, we can change our emotions. By changing the meaning of what we perceive, we also alter its emotional impact. As Marcus Aurelius said millennia ago, pain is not due to the thing itself, but your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Happiness thrives from resilience, the ability to overcome upsets and return to a calmer, happier state. There seems to be a direct link between stress, resilience, and that capacity for happiness. So, who are you? Who do you choose to be? What do you anchor your reality to? Fear or love? Regression or evolution? Repression or expression? Do you choose to be a slave to your mind or take command of your inheritance, your sovereignty over your reality, your garden of Eden? What kind of shepherd are you? What kind of ruler do you choose to become? A leader is a servant, for who best knows how to lead, whom hasn't served, whom isn't becoming, whom isn't doing. Marvel.